What up, what up, what up? It's your boy D back at you with another video. And today I am coming to you live and direct with a episode recap of LFG Legends and Future Greats. We're going to do something a little different today because I wasn't able to get you guys the recap of episode 3 from last week. The chamber was a busy weekend, so I'm coming back to give you episode 3 and episode 4. So I'm going to give you my recap of what my thoughts were on both of these. Without further ado, let's get into it. So in episode 3 kicked off with the announcement that BJ Ray was injured. BJ Ray was injured, in which he is now out of the LFG competition, which I thought was very interesting. Very interesting. He got hurt in a live event match over the weekend because NXT works all the Florida matches. With that, they had a tag match to see who would be BJ Ray's replacement on Team Bully. While the match was going, the match was very solid of the replacement guys, and there was one guy who stood out. His name is Cutler Drake. Cutler Drake was on, if you watch WWE Next Generation, he and BJ Ray went to college together. They went to college together. They were on the same wrestling team, and they both don't really like each other. So Bully was challenging BJ Ray to pick who is the right person for the team, to put all his personal issues aside and pick who was the right person for the team. In short, BJ Ray could not do that, so Bully knew he wouldn't do that, and Bully Ray picked Cutler Drake to join his team. They had Rose Session promos that the special guest was Road Dogg. That boy Road Dogg is one of the legends of talking that talk on the microphone. If you ever heard the sounds, oh, you didn't know? That boy Road Dogg was coming out. You damn right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X is proud to present to you you know the stick, right? Do I have to keep going? I don't think so. Cool. So during this roast session, Shiloh Hill and Chris Island, Shiloh cooked Chris Island, and I was so disappointed because as a fellow brother, okay, you feel me? As a fellow brother, you expect roast sessions is what we do, okay? Roast sessions are what we do. It's what we come from. Shiloh Hill cooked Chris Island, and I was so disappointed in Chris Island in this moment. I was pissed off. Very pissed off. But Shiloh won. Because, Shiloh has the most obvious thing. He has the missing tooth. And Chris Island did not attack that correctly. Kind of bothered me in a way. But Shiloh Hill is a front runner in this competition, as he should be. And he gets this W as well. Then you had P Nasty, Panina Telepa versus Danny Ray. P Nasty is a dog. P Nasty talks that talk. P Nasty looked like a new member of the bloodline. She is a gangster. That is a thug. Okay? P Nasty, Panina Telepa is a thug. I don't care what nobody else say. You look at her and you're crossing the street, okay? She fits perfectly in NXT. Why? Because I bet you money ain't nobody attacking her in the NXT parking lot when she walk in there. Not a scratch. That girl is a savage. She cooked Danny Ray in the promo battles. Xena Sterling played her character perfect. Her roast battle was absolutely horrible, but it was funny. Then you had Drake versus Anthony Luke. Drake Moreau is dating Roxanne Perez. Anthony Luke is dating Maxine Dupree. So, of course, Anthony Luke took the low-hanging fruit and started talking about Roxanne. She ain't gonna be able to save you, dog. How you feel your girl's more successful than you. Even though Maxine's the same exact way. But, well, I digress. Drake Moreau didn't do enough. They had a match later that night. Drake Moreau and Anthony Luke was still talking that shit as he is the heel. NXT is like Love Island over there, so I don't think anybody is surprised by this. But I would have cooked Anthony Luke. There were so many things you can say to Anthony Luke. Drake Moreau didn't get it there, but Drake Moreau does have personality that I didn't see coming. Like, he does that little Bayou Boogie type of thing, and it's kind of catchy. Like, I can see that getting over, especially in NXT. I can see Drake Moreau being like a very funny member in NXT. His personality is very bright. He has a shot. He has a real shot to do something in this business. Him and Anthony Luke had a very solid match. It was alright. The ladies had a solid match as well. P Nasty and Danny Ray. P Nasty has some solid moves. I feel like P Nasty's not, the way she works, you can tell she kind of works not to hurt these people, in which obviously that's the point of it. And I credit her for being safe. But I want to see P Nasty get gangsta, get like a little thuggish, you know what I'm saying? I want to see her just like, yeah, like what? You ain't going nowhere. Like, I want to see her talk a little more, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know she got it. I know she got it. She needed to go out there and just really be her and embody that big bully, who is you playing with? 'Cause I like her. I even like her slogan, come get your issue. I like that. Now, you need to, so now when people come and get the issue, you need to show them the groundwork of why it was a mistake for them to come get their issue. That's all I'm saying. But in all of this, this was a solid episode of LFG in which, like every episode does, it makes me look up to the next episode. Which, that brings me to episode 4. It's Faction Week. And I'm like, this is a very interesting topic. Eric Bischoff comes out. I go, ooh, perfect. The creator of the NWO. Wow. All right. Then X-Pac comes out. Eric Bischoff was there to speak on vignettes, the character, how to make it work. Do all 4 teams, how do all 4 members coexist, and how to make that gel. Where X-Pac came in to talk about teamwork in the ring. So they both judged on which points were going to be given out by Eric Bischoff and X-Pac. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. So they they filmed a vignette, and then they had 2 8-man tag matches. You had Team Booker versus Team Bubba. Then you had Team Mickey versus Team Taker. Now, the vignette. So Team Bubba, basically their group were the Dudleys. And let me talk about the Dudleys for a minute. Their team absolutely cooked as the Dudleys. I thought the presentation of their vignette was absolutely perfect. How they fit as a group, how they're all kind of misfits, they're all kind of out there characters, fit to the T. It was absolutely perfect. And honestly, it was so good in my opinion that if they went on to become a new stable in NXT down the line in the future, I would not be mad. It would make so much sense. That's how good it was. I thought it was that good. I loved their promos. I loved that vignette they had. And let me talk about, the match was cool. We'll talk about the other side in a minute. Let me talk about Xena Sterling. I was a little like, I don't know if this is going to work because she's the ditzy, like, ha-ha kind of character. I didn't know if this was going to work. She grew on me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Xena Sterling may be the one because she has the personality and the character that strikes you the moment you see it. And when she got in that ring and she was rolling around being goofy and silly, and then when that bell rung and she got serious and she was putting in work, Xena Sterling might be the one. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of great women in this competition. Xena Sterling might be at the top of the list for me, boy. I don't know about y'all. Xena Sterling got it for sure. She was my standout on Team Bubba's side. Now, Team Booker, the next era, T&E, they were solid. And as you know about Team Booker's team, that boy Jasper Troy is different. I know that because he looks like The Rock and he has a look to him, everybody's going to say, Anthony Lucas, do your next breakout star, next breakout guy. I get it. But I'm telling you, Jasper Troy is special. I don't care what nobody says. Jasper Troy has it. He has the it factor. And it's funny because about Jasper Troy, I love Booker T with him. I think Jasper Troy would be a force on Undertaker's team. He can make him look even more badass. Jasper Troy is something special, and he can be one of those guys in this business. If he's trained right, if he has the right character and the right development, Jasper Troy is something special. This match was solid. I did really like it. Lee Laurel got the drip. I like Team Booker's team had like the Matrix type of vibe. It was very interesting. I thought it was really dope. But we gotta talk about one thing in this match that was hilarious. That was Bully Ray pushing BJ Ray. That shit was pure comedy to me. I was like, are they about to scrap? Is BJ Ray and Bully about to scrap? Sign me up. I've been waiting to watch BJ Ray get his ass kicked. I'm sorry. I need to see him in the ring. I don't know if there's NXT live event tape out there of him working, but everyone says he has this it factor. And like, he had the personality wise, he kind of has it. But I need to see the in-ring work now to see if it matches, because he's a dick. Like, he's basically, that's really what it is. He's a dick. But then again, could he be like The Miz? The Miz is an asshole. Like, when people, well, I don't know now, but like when people first started Tough Enough, people did not like The Miz. The Miz worked hard and earned his respect. Will BJ Ray do the same thing? Well, does BJ Ray have the same work ethic? I don't know. I'll have to continue to watch. But I just want to say that shit was hilarious. But overall, out of the two matches, this match was the best match this was the best match of the night, period. Team Booker versus Team Bubba. This match was fire. Now, we have Team Mickey and we have Team Undertaker. You have the Slayer of Souls versus the Pinnacle of Performance. The Slayer of Souls had a very unique look. It was very Undertaker-esque, and I loved it. I thought they looked very cool. They looked very badass. I thought the Pinnacle of Performance, they looked like Avengers, and it was perfect. I kind of like I would have changed a little bit of the costume. I understand the gold. The gold is cool, but the all-white outfit from Chris Island, we would have did something different. But I kind of did like the Slayer of Soul. I thought the promo package, the vignette that they had was fire. How it was in like a dark alley and they all just had that dark side to them. They had that walk, they had that talk. I loved it. Really did love it. It was very strong. The Pinnacle Performance, I liked their entrance a lot. Now, with that being said, the match was dope. The match was solid. Obviously, you had Serena Linton and Barely Humphrey had their first matches ever. And like, you could tell like they're hockey as hell. And, you know, it was reps for them. Evander Holyfield's son was in there too. It was reps for them. And it was perfect. And I thought they actually did a solid job. And I'm glad to see that their training is showing off. Now, with that being said, what I would have gave the point to for the in-ring work, Team Booker. Team Booker for sure would have got the in-ring point for me. And then on top of that, who would I would have gave the point for the vignette? I know Eric Bischoff gave the point to the Slayer of Souls, Taker's team. I understand it, and I get why, because he said something that was very interesting. He said that's the only team vignette that made you wonder who they were. You didn't know who they were. You wondered who they were. And I thought that was a very interesting point that I understand why Bischoff picked Team Taker. I personally would have picked Team Bully. I would have picked Bubba Ray's team. I thought, and the reason why is because when I look at what works in NXT, that team works in NXT. As a faction, that team works in NXT. Because as a faction, you're not just talking about one person. You're talking about them as a unit. And when you look at them as a unit, I feel like with presentation and how goofy and how silly they were, I feel like they would work very well in NXT. I just thought that you could do something very hilarious, very fun, very bubbly that works well in NXT. So if you ask me, I would have given the point to Team Bubba. But I digress. X-Pac gave the in-ring work to Team Booker. I probably would have did that too. They just worked the best, in my personal opinion. But everybody had really good matches and really good showings. Roy Yearwood stood out to me. Danny Ray always stands out to me. Shiloh Hill is a front runner in this competition. Everybody's starting to do their thing, and they're starting to really become their own. And that's what I think is the dopest part of this. And I hope to see what they do in the future. Definitely, they all have bright futures in this business. And I would say in this episode, Zena Sterling and Shiloh Hill, Zena Sterling and Shiloh Hill are the ones who caught my eye the most in this entire episode. Now, next week, the big surprises. Their special guest next week is the best in the world, CM Punk, and I'm excited to see what Punk has for them. And you know, when it's Punk, it's something to do with promos. Sign me up. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Forever Gang, I love you. I appreciate you. And until forever finds you.